Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here. Welcome to the continuation of the Collectibles guide for Zombie Army 4. In this video, we're going through Mission 4, and that mission is Zombie Zoo, starting off with Chapter 1. Once we enter the actual kind of zoo grounds, we can grab the zombie hand by walking down the hill into the main area and looking into the birdcage on the right-hand side. You should be able to spot this zombie hand on the branch, although it does blend in particularly well, so make sure you don't miss it by chance. Now, not far from here, we can get a comic. What we want to do is basically head to all of the breakers. That's going to be our main objective, and one of the comics is right next to a breaker. So it's going to be this breaker that is nearest the birdcage. However, we do need to kind of run around in a little bit of a circle. You will notice it through the wall, as I do have the perk equipped that lets me see collectibles through walls. Watching the videos will allow you to use different perks instead of those if you already have the perks unlocked, which I think if you've been following along with the videos, you should be unlocking a couple of the perks at the end of this video. But nonetheless, when you reach this circuit breaker, activate it, take out all of the zombies, which I've already done, and this door will now be newly opened. It was locked before when we came down here. On your way out, make sure you grab the comic though. You'll need this one, and this is definitely one of the trickier ones in the game. Then after this, what we'll do is we'll head to another one of the circuit breakers. This one is kind of nearest the gondola, and it will be near a bunch of these electrocuted fences we'll need to walk through with a bunch of traps that are inside of these cages. In front of you, as you exit the first cage, you should notice a second cage where you can find a weapon kit. From that pretty obvious weapon kit, what we'll need to do is now go towards the circuit breaker. You'll see the compass at the top of the screen kind of point you to the nearest one. As you enter this new area, you'll get a kind of small little cutscene, which I will skip. And here you can activate a circuit breaker. A bunch of enemies will attack you, but before doing that, make sure you look on the little park bench to the right-hand side in order to pick up the document. We're now in Chapter 2, which I believe is called Welcome to the Jungle. At the second time you exit the little tunnel, there will be one of those screaming enemies. This is very close to the beginning of the mission. In the middle of the area, there is a small little bunker underneath the hill where we can find a weapon upgrade kit. Make sure you're upgrading your weapons as you go and try to earn masteries as early as possible on your favorite weapons in order to gain more achievements or trophies as you play. Eventually, you'll end up coming up some stairs and heading outside. You'll notice that your objective is to push forward through the kind of indoor plant house. Instead, go to the right-hand side and notice a zombie hand chilling on a park bench nearby before pushing forward towards your objective. As you push towards the objective, you'll be told to reach the exit. You'll enter a room with a very large plant right in the middle of it, and you won't be able to see any of the ground as it's all covered in bush. Go to the left-hand side and go to the far back corner in order to find a park bench with a document sitting on top, and make sure you grab it before moving to the next room. In the next room, you'll notice these two large trees, a ton of enemies which I've taken out, and our objective for reaching the exit. Before jumping down the hole to finish off the chapter, make sure you grab the comic book in the same room on the opposite side from where we entered. And then once we pick up the comic, you can go through your objective in order to start Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is kind of one big area, but right as you start the chapter, directly in front of you, you'll notice a circular room with a little bit of a cage in the middle. And here on the steps, you can find a document before proceeding into the large horde-style room that is a little bit later on in this mission. Now, once you reach this room, there is a lot of different things you can grab and do, so I would try to focus on surviving the zombie horde first and for all, as there is a heroic event I'll be talking about in a second. However, there is also a comic book we can grab on the left-hand side from where we entered, sitting on one of the displays. Additionally, from where we enter, if we go to the right-hand side, the nearest display will also have a zombie hand inside. This is actually one of the only zombie hands that doesn't move, and I believe if you have the zombie hand perk, this one actually won't be displayed to you. You'll need to find it on your own. So make sure you shoot it off, and that is that. Now, the most important thing you want to do in this room is next. The heroic action is for saving the 2 kind of NPCs in the room when you're surviving the zombie horde. What you'll want to do is make sure you protect them from any of the enemies. Doing this will allow you to complete the heroic event, as well as open up the exit door. In the exit door, there is also a safe that will only open if you save these 2 people. So make sure you are able to save them and that they don't go down. And now we can go out the exit door to find a safe with a weapon kit inside. Make sure you do both of these. If not, you'll have to replay the entire chapter, which honestly only takes about 5 or 10 minutes depending on how many people you're playing with. Next up, in Chapter 4, you'll proceed through the level. You'll end up going up some stairs and taking a right-hand turn. This is pretty close to the beginning of the mission, or the level rather, the chapter. As you exit to the outside, you'll notice a small overhang above the door to proceed, and sitting up here you can find the zombie hand just up and to your right. Make sure you take it out before proceeding. The next collectibles are all nearby, so what we'll do is, going from this location we were just at, we will run forward and then into the next area, past the little fountain in the middle, to find a bench sitting on the left-hand side of the stairs. Here we can find a comic book, and we'll link up the rest of the collectibles all in one sequence here. Go up the stairs and stay on the left-hand side. As you go up the hill, you may have to kill some enemies, but there will also be a document sitting on top of a wooden box on the left of the stairs here. Make sure you pick up that document before continuing up the stairs. As you continue up the stairs, don't go inside the building. Instead, hook to your left and make sure you look down the little the little entranceway here before going inside to find a weapon kit. Make sure you grab it before moving on, and that will kind of get you to the next section of the mission and finish it off for you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in Mission 5. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the channel. Shout out to Double O, and I'll see you soon. Peace.